Hey guys, it's Genevieve here. It is Saturday afternoon, and I am bringing you my newest video on our upcoming full moon and lunar eclipse in the sign of Gemini. It's going to be a very intense, highly charged full moon, guys. It is going to be very early on Monday morning around 4:30. So you're probably going to start, maybe already have started feeling the energy of it. I think I have for sure. But definitely by tomorrow evening, you're probably going to see the moon's going to appear full Sunday night. And of course, that energy lasts for about 3 days, or, a few days before and after when the moon is exact. But before I start talking about that, you may have saw in my note that I posted earlier, I had the privilege today to be invited to a Zoom meeting with some professional astrologers. One that I know personally that lives locally in around the Camden, Delaware area invited me to it. And I joined it, but I did not participate this time because it was, I wouldn't say overwhelming in a good way, because there was just so much knowledge going around and so much interesting information being shared that I just wanted to kind of soak it all in and take notes, rather than share anything. But I found it really exciting too, because not only were they talking about this upcoming lunar eclipse, they were talking about some events that are a little bit farther in the future, maybe a year or two down the road planetarily, and then even some things that happened decades as well as centuries ago, which we astrologers, we think in terms of, in that, because I've mentioned before, just like the astrological wheel, everything happens in cycles. Everything that is happening now has already happened and probably will again, due to the planetary alignments and the signs that they're in. And that's why, yes, we have dealt as a human race pandemics before. We have dealt with financial crises before. We have dealt with technological advances. We have dealt with, different ages, shifts in belief systems and just the way that we live our lives and do things. And we're going through kind of a major one right now. But I won't really get too much into that, only just to say again that it was very exciting and informative to hear all of these great ideas and the knowledge of these. I think there were like 9 of them, and I was the 10th kind of silent wheel listening in, and just knowing that a lot of things that I have thought about and have kind of come to believe based on my own research, was kind of confirmed with a lot of these. And the fact that I actually, could listen in on this high level astrological conversation and not only follow along, but really connect with everything that they were saying was really affirmative for me. So that was kind of cool, because I know even a lot of you sometimes, when, I post these videos, you're here to learn about essential oils, and you probably are like, huh, what does all this astrological stuff have to do with oils? And when you talk to like the general public about astrology, on anything more than just, oh, you're a Virgo, that's great, that means you like to clean. People look at you like you have 3 heads. So it was really nice just to hear that knowledge of people that actually do this for a living, and it's a normal conversation for them. So again, pretty cool. But back to what we're talking about today, which is our full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Gemini on Sunday, early Sunday morning, Monday morning. So first of all, we know that the sun is inside sign of Sagittarius right now, which is a fire sign, and it is the sign of kind of, it's freedom loving. They're very flamboyant, showy. They love adventure. They love travel. They don't like sitting still. They are often very charismatic. Don't like to be in one space for too long. And they're very forward thinking. They're ruled by Jupiter. And then with the moon in the air sign of Gemini, Gemini is the sign of kind of friendship and communication, innovation, creative pursuits, as long as they align with higher ideals. And so usually the Gemini energy and the Sag energy complement each other and go along really well together. But there are a lot of other planetary influences on this energy, and the fact that it's a lunar eclipse only heightens these energies. Once again, Uranus is playing a huge part, and so a lot more of the same theme over the last month or so of the unexpected changes and disruptions, having to be quick on your feet and adapt are going on. A lot of conflicts and crises that come about that are going to drain your energy. Um, Today, I actually, and over the last day or so, even though Mercury is now direct, Mercury rules Gemini. Even though it's now direct, I've noticed still some technology issues, communication problems, communication technology not doing what you want it to do. The internet is really weird today. Part of that is, yes, we're having, Black Friday, Cyber Weekend sales going on. So all these websites are like running really slow. But there's definitely a lot of planetary energy that is influencing all of that as well. So you also have to look out for, this being a time of confusion and just seeking the truth, but not really knowing what is true, or really having to research to get to the bottom of what is true, whether that be through media sources, whether that be through a technology. Um, Gemini energy is again all about communication and friendship, but we've been having restriction with regarding to socializing and being with friends, and a lot of us kind of that tension came to the head over this last holiday, Thanksgiving, where people were either rebelling again. There's that Uranus energy rebelling against the restrictions, or just feeling kind of very emotional and isolated because they were following or adhering to the restrictions. So that's still carrying over into all of this. This moon energy is you're going to have to guard against emotional imbalances and overindulgence, kind of maybe trying to soothe your emotions or the imbalance of the give or take in relationships through sweet food, excess of sweet food, alcohol, drugs, just overindulgence, period, maybe shopping again. So you really need self-love at this time to get you through this erratic, ever-changing energy. Everyone's gonna be kind of on edge. There's gonna be increased anxiety because of the constant change. The energy in the air is just so supercharged right now that you're kind of have to pivot left and right all the time, adapt to these changing circumstances. That wears you out. It makes you exhausted. It makes you cranky. It makes you irritable. It makes you on edge. And so you're gonna have to take a step back, learn how to deal with that, but also care for yourself in a positive way. All right. All that energy needs to dissipate somehow. It needs to go somewhere. So it could be in the form of physical accidents or violence or clashes. It could be in the form of verbal altercations. It could be in the form, again, of just maybe if your physical body is just so wound up that you end up injuring yourself due to overexertion, or maybe, just trying to burn it off through exercise and then you hurt yourself. There's going to be difficulty communicating. You could come across as insecure if you kind of are trying to get something across and you seem to be a little bit unsure of yourself. It could just be cautiousness, but that might come across as insecurity. A lot of us kind of higher minded, or those who enjoy the occult and spiritual studies, such as myself, may feel compelled to learn, but we need to try to resist forcing our new knowledge on others, as it can seem overwhelming, or just kind of just over the top and over everyone's head, right? Um, there are some favorable energy going on as far as business, credit, public, and religious matters. People can be more courageous and popular, and that again due to not only the Sag energy but that Gemini energy as well. Um, this is revolutionary in terms of changes in business and finances. There's a air of camaraderie and group activities and consciousness, and prosperity is possible. But again, this is through some very rapid and sometimes overwhelming changes that you really have to um, take advantage of and know how to pivot and jump and react very quickly, which can cause stress. Um, so also, this is a really good time of year. The energy is perfect for magic and mystery, and your intuition is going to be very strong. People that deal with the spiritual and mystical, or even poetic and artistic endeavors, are going to be pretty successful at this time. And there's a lot of really great, exciting opportunities that are there to be had for love and for business and for finances. Get through the negative, like again, the just the anxiety and the tension from the rapid and the sudden changes going on, and then you should be able to ride this out smoothly. So the blend that I created, and again, I created this for last year's full moon lunar eclipse in Gemini, which was in Gemini that last year as well. And my blend is called Lucky Stars, because if you play your cards right, you can be very, very lucky. The stars have aligned to make some very important lucky changes happen if you work the energy properly. So there's a lot of kind of warm, fiery oils in there for the Sag energy, as well as kind of grounding, consciousness opening oils to support that Gemini moon. Um, Also, to help bring some clarity and focus, because we might be a little scatterbrained with all of this going on. So there is some kind of, solstice end of year themed scents like pine and fir and cinnamon and peppermint. There are some more earthy and kind of sensual scents to bring you that luck in love, like lang lang and patchouli, rose neroli. I've got, you know, some tangerine, kind of uplifting, bright, creative. I've got wild orange for the same thing. I've got frankincense just for the spirituality of it, and the grounding of it, and nutmeg as well for that kind of spicy, warm, kind of solsticey end of year feel. So it's a great scent. Again, I like to diffuse during the moon phase, but also maybe, and especially since this is going to be Monday morning, I'm going to probably do this Sunday evening, diffuse this oil blend. I'm going to charge all of my crystals up under that full moon, really just kind of get them ready to do the job that they're there to support me to do. I'm really going to just kind of focus on the year wrapping up and the crazy year that it has been, the lessons that I have learned, the positive that has come from it, maybe journal about it. And I'm just going to look up at the stars and thank them, my lucky stars, for how blessed I am despite all of the craziness that has happened. And since, as being an Aquarius, that Uranus energy feels chaotic to a lot of people, it's kind of natural to me. I kind of thrive best in uncertainty and kind of when I have to think on my feet and adapt very quickly. So not everyone is so lucky, but lucky stars will help support you to do just that. So I hope you guys have a really fantastic rest of your weekend and upcoming full moon lunar eclipse. The next, we will be going through a new moon in Sag, and then the year's going to be almost wrapping up, guys. And just in the nick of time, right? We are all ready for 2021 and for better things to come. So, namaste until next time. Please, again, contact me if you want to order any of my oil blends. Also, please know I do customize them for individuals as well, depending on what you're looking for, what type of support. And later, I'm going to be sharing a link to my Purely website because they are running Black Friday deals all the way until Monday night, and everything is on sale on the website. Everything. I'm sorry, all of the oils and all their CBD products. So be on the lookout for that as well. But again, namaste. Happy full moon, happy lunar eclipse, and you know, enjoy your lucky stars, guys. Bye bye.